Richard Arnold, morning.
Good morning, Mike.
So the mixed message, I mean, you got your vaccine rollout. I was giving numbers before, and Biden was saying yesterday, Cuomo in New York, I mean, next week, most of the people can get access, and yet you got a fourth wave.
Still is the same race, isn't it? Vaccines versus virus. The latest numbers show that putting a cap on this thing is far from easy after weeks of declining numbers in virus cases. Then that high plateau we've been talking about, those numbers are going up again here, even in the face of the vaccination rollout. 31 states have just recorded a rise in COVID cases. Infections are up by 10% around this country. That's despite the fact that 95 million Americans now have received at least one dose of a vaccine. They're pumping out these vaccines at an ever-increasing rate, and the Biden administration says that in a few weeks, these vaccination shots will be available to anyone here who wants them. Still, the head of the Centers for Disease Control, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, has certainly got a lot of attention as she was fighting back tears, giving her latest assessment on it all.
I'm going to lose the script, and I'm going to reflect on the recurring feeling I have of impending doom. We have so much to look forward to, but right now I'm scared.
Impending doom. Well, yeah, that got people's focus, including none less than the President, Biden, who made a rapid statement in response saying it's too early to loosen the lockdowns, folks.
This is not politics. Reinstate the mandate.
Masking mandate. A number of states, Arkansas is the latest, say they are relaxing their masking and social distancing requirements. People are letting loose. This is the the plus side of the increasing movements we're seeing, I guess. This weekend alone saw more than 1.5 million people going through airline security screenings here in a single day. 1.5 million. That's a massive increase from 180,000 same date last year. Another of the problems is the virus variant, says Dr. Ashish Jha, a virus expert.
The UK variant is probably now a majority of infections in the United States. In some states, it's probably 80-90%. Vaccinations are doing a great job of kind of blunting that effect.
But not enough, at least not yet. Still, people are tired of the lockdowns, frustrated, and that also is a big part of the mix.
Floyd, day 2, and witnesses today.
That's right. We're hearing the first witnesses in this Minneapolis trial of the former police officer Derek Chauvin charged with killing the African-American man George Floyd. This is the knee on the neck case that was seen around the world. Prosecutors say this maneuver, the knee to the neck, lasted for 9 minutes and 29 seconds, longer than the 8 minutes plus that became a sort of calling cry for Black Lives Matter protesters who are out in the streets again in Minnesota. So that is outside the court. Did people see what they think they saw? And that's going to be central to the case, just what caused the death of George Floyd. Derek Chauvin's defence lawyers argue it was a mix of things, including his drug use. Here's what they assert.
The evidence will show that Mr. Floyd died of a cardiac arrhythmia that occurred as a result of hypertension, his coronary disease, the ingestion of methamphetamine and fentanyl, and the adrenaline flowing through his body.
No mention of police tactics. The first witnesses are giving a differing account. Police emergency dispatcher Jenna Scarry says the police held George Floyd down for so long she thought her computer screen had frozen.
My instincts were telling me that something's wrong. Something is not right.
Another witness has testified that Floyd was in obvious pain, while a martial arts expert who saw this on scene has testified that he believed he was witnessing a murder. What we do know is that, as they say, the world is watching.
All right, mate, catch up soon. Appreciate it very much. Richard Arnold out of the States this morning.